People are realizing that this company is the real deal. And guys, you know what? It's time to go share it with the world. Well, once again, I just wanted to welcome all of you to the broadcast night. We have these calls every single day. We did decide we are going to have a call Thanksgiving Day. I just want to make sure you know that. Thanksgiving Day, we will be here. We figured, hey, you know what? A lot of family and friends will be in town. A lot of people's going to be at the house, and it will probably be an 8 by then, right? Everybody's kind of sit back, relaxing. So we want to be able to support all of you in your businesses and go ahead and be able to share this information with them. So we still got people tuning in tonight. Once again, hopefully everybody is doing well. I want to make sure you got a chance to send out those last few text messages. Let your friends know, let your team know that the call is going on. Guys, we don't know which call is going to be that your guests or your family, your friends, your team is going to be on and say, and they're going to say, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. We don't know which call that's going to be, and that's why we're doing these calls for you. All right. So hey, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this call rocking and rolling. Right now, we have our special guest is going to be presenting tonight. Let me tell you guys, you're in for a treat. This gentleman has been traveling. Man, he's always traveling. He's out having fun, living the life, guys, and proving to us that it does work. This gentleman has made millions of dollars in this company, and I'm following him. I'm paying attention. I'm taking notes. So, guys, I'm gonna step out of the way of greatness and bring up my friend, Mr. Todd Strand. Mr. Strand, hey man, I'm gonna turn the call over to you. Take it away, brother.
Hey, I appreciate that, Curtis. And by the way, number one, happy Thanksgiving to each and every single one of you. It's that time of year. I hope you guys are reaching out to anyone and everyone you've ever been connected with and, wishing them a happy Thanksgiving. It's a time we come together and first and foremost, give thanks for all of the blessings that we already have in our life. And you're going to learn that, hey, multiplication doesn't happen until you first give thanks for what you already have. If you are a reader of the Bible, before Jesus fed the 5,000, he took the two little fish and a couple pieces of bread and gave thanks for what he had before the miracle of multiplication is going to begin. So, hey, we celebrate that in this country every year where we take some time to give thanks for what we already have. Special shout out to Curtis Cross and Sophia Babinoff and Adam Morrow. I have been traveling a lot. In fact, in the month of November, I've only been home 4 days, and I leave tomorrow morning for Paris, and I will be gone for another 2 weeks. But these guys have done a magical job on all the Zooms, keeping the show running. And my man Curtis here, the hardest working man in show business, I just naturally assumed we were taking Thanksgiving Day off. He's like, no, 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 we're working, man. You got a house full of people that want to know more about Chavorium. What better time to have a Zoom when you can say, hey guys, I gotta get on the Zoom. Let me just put it on the big screen for you, right? And then turn up the sound. I mean, you got all the family there. No better time to have them tune in and hear Curtis and do what he does. He's absolutely magical in that. But again, we want to thank every single one of you that are here tonight. I know that some of you might be here perhaps for the first time, wondering, hey, who is this company? Where are we going? What are we doing? Why are you even here? Someone forced you to come on, right? But why you might want to participate. And just real quickly, for my wife, Jean, and I, we are two everyday, very normal, average people who live paycheck to paycheck like everybody else. My wife was a manager of the Kohl's department store and did that for 20 years. It doesn't get any more average than being a manager at Kohl's, right? When you're driving your Toyota Corolla down the road, please don't break down, please don't break down, because I'm not sure I can fix it, right? I mean, that kind of an existence. Well, we had a daughter that played softball, and she got a Division I softball scholarship. Well, now we're traveling the country, living in hotels, living in rental cars, spending money we didn't have. And so we're trying to catch all her collegiate games. So when we learned about the idea of saving money on travel, we were receptive to that idea. And so we said, hey, let's give it a shot. Next thing you know, you're going to find out that when you book with our company, you can book without all of the artificial markup that comes from Expedia and Booking.com. And I'm going to show that to you tonight. When you see the kind of markup that's in travel, some of you are going to be offended, okay? Literally offended. These guys have been jacking it up that much, making travel untenable for the average person. Also, they can run commercials on TV and be billion-dollar internet companies. I mean, again, we'll get that to you in a moment. We're going to show that to you specifically. We get into the details. But so we joined the program, and we were able to book travel without any of the markup, but better than travel agent rates. Well, that means that we're booking stuff 70% off, 50% off, sometimes only 30, but we were saving a bloody fortune. Well, as the other sports parents found out about the rates we were paying versus the rates they were paying. They were like, wait a minute, how'd you get that rate? Mike, it's this travel thing we joined. What travel thing and how do we join, right? I mean, guys, that's all the more difficult this was. Well, we shared the savings. One of those couples we shared it with was Daryl and Maria Roberts. And guys, they're going to make over 750,000 this year with our company. We were softball parents, they were baseball parents. They started saving money. They started sharing with all the other baseball parents. And guys, it's spread to 81 different countries. Now, I want you to understand that I was born in Champaign, Illinois. That's farm country, okay? I had a lawn and landscape business. I never saw an ocean or a mountain until I was 26. I never left the country until a couple of years ago. I only knew one person outside of these United States when I got started, and I barely speak one language, English. And we've now seen our team spread to 81 different countries. And last year, the company paid my wife and I over $1.3 million. Now, I promise you, that is not us, okay? It is not me. It is the power of what we're doing. It is the power of showing the people all over the world how to do the one thing they've always dreamed of doing, travel at a price they never knew was even remotely possible. And tonight, not only am I going to walk you through this business model, which is new, fresh, and different, we're doing things in travel that have simply never, ever been done before. And I'm going to prove that to you. I'm going to prosecute this case tonight. I'm going to cover it in as much detail as you like me to. I'm even going to go to the back office at the end, and I'm going to pull up Expedia. I'm going to pull up our travel site, and we're going to go side by side so you can see it with your very own eyes. You can watch Expedia do the pull up all their stuff. Then you're going to watch us pull up all the stuff, and you're like, you got to be freaking kidding me. These guys are jack. Again, you might be offended when you see how much markup is going on in travel. But hey, let me get up the slides. Let me get into some of the details of how this whole thing works and why it's changing lives all over the world, why it's spreading. Guys, the company's doubling in size every single 8 to 12 months. The company's doing tens of millions in sales, paid out tens of millions of dollars in commissions all around the globe. And by the way, when you look at our name, Travorium, that is the combination of two words. That is travel and emporium. We are an emporium of travel. We are Travorium. And we are in our 13th year in business. By the way, we will begin our 14th year in just another couple of months. I mean, so we're going to enter our 14th year. We have offices on 3 different continents. Our main world headquarters is in Temecula, California. We have an office in Madrid, Spain, and we also have an office in Almaty, Kazakhstan. We paid out tens of millions in commissions, as I mentioned a moment ago. The paychecks go out on time, every time, as they have for the past 13 years. We have customer service in multiple languages. When you look at that amazing couple there on the screen, those are our founders, David and Adela Hart. They are world-class entrepreneurs. In fact, Mr. David Hart was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, Inc. magazine. So that's not me saying that. That's not Curtis saying that. That's Inc. magazine saying, hey, guys, he's one of the better entrepreneurs on the planet, period, right? And so he's now going into the single largest industry in the world, travel, okay? The travel industry is currently twice the size as the oil industry. And according to Bloomberg Finance, it will soon be 3 times the size. Travel's exploding. Why? It's the one thing everybody wants to do. And you guys can do your own market research with your friends and family over Thanksgiving. Just ask everybody, hey, if you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? I travel. Ask people about their bucket list. The list of things you want to do before you die. And people, oh man, I want to go see the Eiffel Tower. I want to see the pyramids of Egypt. I want to go to Cancun. I want to go to the Maldives or Bora Bora. They've all got their own list, but they start mentioning all these travel destinations. And you say, man, if these are your dreams, why don't you go? And the answer is always the same. Well, I can't afford it. Hey, what if I could show you in all seriousness right now how to book that trip 50 to 70% off, or better yet, what if I could show you that by working with our company, you could take that vacation and it would cost you nothing, nada, goose egg, zip, zilch, cero dinero. It translates in every language. If it's for free, it's for me. And guys, we're going to share tonight just not only how you can save money on travel, we're going to share tonight how you can earn free travel. I'm going to prosecute that case. And then if you so choose, you can partner with our company, turn fun into fortune, passion to profit, and end up making the kind of money that maybe you only dreamed of. Because guys, I promise you, when we got started, we never thought we'd be sitting where we are right now, but it's been a major, major blessing. And it's happening not just for us, but again, families all over the world. And we want that to happen for your family. Now, when it comes to our program, when you get involved with the company, you are going to be able to book it better than travel agent rates on resorts, hotels, cruises, car rentals, parks, tours, activities, entertainment, show tickets, concert tickets, NFL tickets. Oh, you're going to the movies. Oh, you're going to Six Flags. Oh, you're going to Disney. Oh, you're going to the museum. I mean, there are so many ways. By the way, we got people that are saving $200 a month on their mobile phone. We have a program back there for mobile phones if you're an AT&T or somebody else. We got people saving $400 a month on their insurance. I mean, there's a whole myriad of ways that you're going to save money when you get into our back office, and you're going to realize, like, oh my gosh. And you're going to hear from people tonight. Like, I think we have Adam Morrow on the call. I mean, Adam, he'll tell you he saves over $10,000 a year with our membership. Well, guys, the biggest membership that we have 3 levels of membership. We have our small, our medium, and then the one that everyone actually buys. Okay. So there's the small. It gives you access to the wholesale travel rates. You know, you're booking it better than travel agent rates on hotels and cruises and rental cars and all the things I just mentioned. And the average person is going to save thousands of dollars per year on a $52 per month membership. Well, then we have our medium membership. Okay. It's $22 more per month. That's going to give you one actual vacation. And then we have the membership that everyone actually buys. It's $135 a month. Well, if you're saving $5,000, $8,000, $10,000, $15,000 a year, and you're going to hear from people tonight that are doing that, who cares about $135 a month? I mean, if I'm saving thousands of dollars more than the membership cost, what does the membership cost me? Nothing. And if that membership happens to give me 2 actual 4 and 5-star vacations every single year as part of the membership, what am I paying for the vacations? Nothing. There it is. Guys, we're not just showing people how to save money and travel. We're showing people how to take dream vacations without tapping into the already stretched family budget. That is the big idea. We're going to create new money. We're going to create new savings, new money, a new economy where you're going to be able to travel the world without using any of your own existing money. That is part of the case that you're going to hear me say this again and again. I will prosecute tonight. I will pound on the desk. I will prove it to you because it is unequivocally true. Now, know this, that when you book with our company, you are absolutely positively guaranteed to save money every single time. In fact, if you can find a rate lower than ours on any public site, good luck with that. But if you do, get fired up, get excited, send it to the company. Not only will we match that rate, we'll refund 10% of your money. You are guaranteed to save 10% at a minimum every single time. Now, as I mentioned, I am going to go live in our back office. I'm going to pull up some price examples where you can watch it live. Okay. Right here on the screen, these are screenshots. But this is what you're going to see when I go live. I'm going to do the live. We're going to get there in a moment. I'm just trying to, kind of do the outline of our program here, help you understand it and try to be quick, right? But this is what you're going to see in a moment when I go live. On the right, that's Expedia. On the left, that's us. Now, I know it's a PowerPoint. I know that some of you might be on a mobile device or a laptop or an iPad or something like that. Some of us might have to put on the readers, okay? But if you get in there a little close, you say, okay, that's the same hotel. Okay, that's the same date. That's the same week. That's the same room. That's the same everything. And then you see the price. You're like, holy, wait a minute, hold on. How's Expedia charging $4,463 and you guys are only $2,300? How are you guys getting a better rate than them? And the answer, guys, is that we do not. We do not have a better rate than them. $2,300 is the rate. They chose to mark it up to $4,400. And then they chose to buy up every travel site you can think of. They own them all. So that when you price shop, all you see is something around the $4,400 price, making you believe, well, it must be a good deal. And then if you call the hotel directly, the hotels get all of their business, okay, from these same 2 companies that own every travel site. So they don't dare undercut the big boys or they get kicked off their platform and go bankrupt. So there's this price collusion that's happening in the travel space that has jacked the price up, making travel untenable for the average person. Now, as I mentioned to you earlier, I'm a huge believer in documentation over conversation. I'm going to validate everything I say tonight. I'm going to prove it to you. And I'm going to begin with this little clip right here from NBC News Investigative Reports. They ran a story on travel, and I think you'll find it fascinating.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack is here to explain how that works.
That's right. There's a reason these deals look similar. And the problem is that these third-party sites often fall under the umbrella of one or two companies. So while you think you're searching for multiple companies looking for the very best deal, every deal you're considering may actually be from the same company. Many savvy travelers look for the best hotel deals online.
I usually look at sites that kind of claim to have the best deals.
It seems like there's a lot of competition.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by one of two companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to
go either. And almost nobody on the entire planet realizes that these same two companies own every travel site you can think of. These guys go to great lengths to make you believe you are price shopping, and they're sitting back laughing the entire time going, Curtis, I wonder who they're going to choose, because the money's coming to the same place no matter who you choose. The fix was in, right? Here's another example. Here's a side-by-side. That's them on the right. That's us on the left. Same place, same date, same room, same everything. Then you see their price of $5,000. You see our price of $1,923. And again, at some level, I hope that offends you. At some level, I hope that just absolutely ticks you off. How many moms and dads save up all year long, dreaming of taking their kids out to San Diego? Man, we're going to go to the beach. We're going to go to the zoo. We're going to go to SeaWorld. Mom was like, we ain't going anywhere. Why? Because I got some internet site jacking the price up. Guys, that ends tonight. We're bringing a brand new model. And people say, well, how do you guys do it? We're bringing what I call the Netflix model to the travel industry. If you think about Netflix, they don't make money selling movies. They make money selling a membership that allows you to watch an unlimited number of movies. Well, guys, we don't make money selling travel. We make money selling a membership that allows you to book travel with no markup. Hence, you're booking it for 30, 50, 70% off. And again, I'm going to document that for you live. Trevorian versus Expedia. We're going to do the live price side by side when I get done with the basic presentation here. Guys, we have 44 different cruise lines. Their price, our price, or $1,400 less. I can do this all night long. I can go hotel by hotel, rental car by rental car, cruise ship by cruise ship, excursion by excursion, NFL tickets, basketball tickets, Disney, Six Flags, movies, you name it, over and over. People are saving an absolute fortune with our company, saving way more money than it costs for the membership. Well, when you get involved in our membership, if you do the platinum, which almost everybody does, you're going to be earning 270 travel points every single month. Todd, what does that mean? It means you can buy down the cost of any vacation by $135 per month. Now, wait a minute. I'm only paying $135 a month for the membership. And you're telling me that I get full use of all of that money to buy down the vacation by the exact same amount of money? And the vacations that you're selling me are often less money as we begin on our site than they are on Expedia. So let me say that again. You go to Expedia, you see a vacation cost, let's say $4,000. You go over to our site and it's $3,500. So number one, we're less money from the get-go. But then I joined this membership where I was saving all this money, saving thousands of dollars. And on top of that, they gave me these travel points where I got to buy down the cost of any vacation I want to go on by the exact same amount of money that I'm paying every month. So if I'm paying $135 a month and I've been with the company 6 months, right? Just break out your calculator and say, okay, I've been with the company. Okay, here we go. So here we go. 135 times 6 months. That means I paid the company $810. I go back to see a vacation. I can buy down that vacation by the exact same amount of money I paid the company, $810. Now, what did it cost me? $135 a month? No, because you saved all that money on all that other stuff. You actually saved more money than you even spent. You're like, holy crap. This is brilliant. Who wouldn't do this? When you fully get it, you may have to see it once or twice. When you understand the economics, you'd be like, who wouldn't do this? But you're getting these travel points every month. And if you're a platinum customer, which almost everybody is, you're going to have enough travel points to go on an amazing vacation. We're talking 4 and 5-star vacations every 6 to 7 months. So you're going on 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. Now, what kind of vacations? That's what I'm about to show you. There are no blackout dates. There are no contracts. You can cancel anytime you wish. There's no penalties. Guys, you don't have to go see any stupid presentations. You don't have to become a travel agent. You don't have to jump through this hoop or that hoop. There's none of that. Guys, we have 360,000 weeks available right this very moment in our getaways. In fact, if you said, Todd, I want to go to Disney World, and when I pull up the travel site in a moment, I'm going to pull up and do live pricing examples. When I get there, I'm actually going to go to Disney, and I don't care what day of the year you pick out. Pick out any day, any time between January 1 and December 31. You give me any date you wish, and I promise you, in just the Disney area alone, there's 65 to 75 different resorts with thousands of rooms you can choose from, 24/7, 365, any day you want to go, no blackout dates. Guys, we got 3 bedrooms, 3 bathroom, full kitchen, living room, dining room, flat screen TV, and some of these places you can go on for $100, $200, $1 per night. I mean, just stuff that's just like, holy moly. This is the travel program I've always dreamed of. So let's get into the details. Guys, so number one, our getaways, I mentioned, these are all over the world, 2,000 different resorts, over 360,000 weeks. Here on the screen, this is a place my wife and I went to. This is a place called Garza Blanca. It's in Cabo San Lucas. It's a 5-star resort. We were here for 7 nights, 8 days for nothing, $0. We traded in our free travel points, and we get to go on 2 vacations like this every single year for nothing. That's my wife. Hi, honey. As you look over the balcony here, guys, you can see the roof of the swim-up bar. You can see the beach, the palm trees, all the different swimming pools, multiple restaurants there. Up on the roof, they have a restaurant and an infinity pool. Looks like it runs off the edge of the building. Guys, we left the door open all day, all night, because it doesn't matter where you're at. The balcony, you can be laying in bed. You can hear the waves crash like you're laying on the beach. It is the most surreal, incredible. You never get tired of it. Guys, we have these kinds of places all over the world, and it costs $0 and 0 cents. You want to go to the Canary Islands? How about $1 per night? Maybe you want to go to Cabo San Lucas, and we had the studio, which was free, okay? Maybe you want to get the 1 bedroom. So I want to get a 1 bedroom, so I got a living room, separate bedroom, full kitchen. You can get that for $149 for all 8 days. Maybe you want to go to Orlando, get the 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, full kitchen, living room right outside of Disney. $142 for all. That's not $142 a night. It's $142 total price for all 8 days. And you can take your kids and everybody, because you got 2 bedrooms. I mean, the kids got their own bedroom. Mom and dad got their own bedroom, right? Life is good again, right? So that's our getaways. Now, the signature thing we do is our world tours. Now, the world tours at preset dates, preset destinations. And we have anywhere from 10 to 18 world tours every single month. Now, the world tours are always at 4 and 5-star resorts, always. And almost always there's food involved. Sometimes it's all inclusive, all the food, all the drinks, all the alcohol, everything. Sometimes it's just breakfast. But when I say breakfast, we're talking every kind of fruit, every kind of juice, every kind of pastry. They got the champagne bar, the baristas, they got the chefs make up the omelets any way you wish. When you're done with breakfast, you ain't going to need lunch. Now, what makes the world tour so special? It's not just that we have them all over the world, every region, Cairo, Egypt, France, Europe, South Africa, where do you want to go? We've got them everywhere, 10 to 18 every single month. But what makes the world tour so special is not just the fact that you're going to 5-star resorts for practically nothing. It's the fact that when you get there, you are going to meet lots of other people from Chivorium, like-minded people, people who are just like you, and you're going to meet people from all over the world. As an example, my wife and I went to Prague, and we were there in Prague, the Czech Republic. It's magical. If you've never been, put it on your list. And we were in this 5-star resort, breakfast included, and we paid $1 after we traded in our free travel points. Now, you think that alone would have us elated, which it did. But when we got there were 300 other people there from 21 different countries. And you're going to see them wearing the Chivorium shirt. You're going to see them with their Chivorium hat, the Chivorium backpacks. They got the Chivorium water bottles. You're going to see my buddy Curtis in his Chivorium Speedo. I mean, you're going to see Chivorium in places you don't want to see Chivorium, right? But you're going to know, hey, you're part of Chivorium. Hey, where are you from? Man, I'm from France. I'm from Belgium. I'm from Morocco. I'm from the Solomon Islands. I'm from Papua New Guinea. You're like, you're from where? I mean, you're going to meet people from countries you've never heard of. And it's the most incredible thing because they're like minded people. You'll start having this conversation and you feel like you've been talking for 4 minutes. You look at your watch like, oh my gosh, we've been talking for an hour. You could be my new BFF. You go around the corner, meet somebody else. It's the same thing all over again. Before the trip is done, you're going to be hugging people. I love you, man. And you're going to be exchanging social media information. You are going to have friends for life all over the world. Then you go on another world tour. Not only do you meet new people, you see some of the old people. Then you go on another world tour and you see new people. You see people that you recognize and meet new people. Then you go on another world tour and you're like, oh my gosh, this is just epic. I don't want to travel any other way than the world tour. So not only are you saving a fortune, not only are you traveling basically for free, you're creating connections. You're creating this incredible relationship with like-minded people. It's an experience you simply cannot buy online. You can't buy it from booking.com. You can't buy it from Expedia. And for the people, and I know that some of you, it's hard to describe until you go on one, but once you go on one, you're going to be calling me up saying, okay, Todd, I get it. That was unbelievable. It was just epic. I met so many incredible people. We had so much fun. It was a rager. I mean, you're just going to describe it and you're going to gush. And I can't wait for you to go on. But let me show you some of the kinds of world tours that you're going to become accustomed to. This is a place my wife and I were at in May. This is in Cancun. It's a 5-star resort. All the food, all the drinks, all the alcohol, everything included. There's my wife there on the balcony. Obviously, we're oceanfront. You look over the balcony here and see the swimming pool. Of course, there's the swim up bar. We get all the free booze. Okay, there's the beach. There's the hammocks. I mean, look how they do the hammocks. Right above the water, right? You like swing in the hammock. It's like your butt's just, you know, right through the ocean. The waves come in, you get a little wet, right? We had this incredible city view. So even at night, all those buildings light up. It was incredible at night plus day. We had this amazing sunset. And guys, we would sit right here in this jacuzzi tub, okay? Sit in the jacuzzi tub with the breeze in your hair, watching the sunset, sipping on champagne, oceanfront. Trust me, it's going to be a good night, all right? Now, where did we get the champagne? There's my wife drinking champagne. When we got to the room, it was already in the room with the chocolate-covered strawberries. Here's the living room. We had 2 TVs, 2 bathrooms, 2 balconies. You go over here to our bedroom. That's over here. All the food, all the drinks, all the booze, everything included. And guys, we only paid $399 to be at a 5-star gourmet food for 5 days. Now, here's this place in Crete, Greece. You can see how beautiful this place is in Crete. To go here, all the food, all the drinks, all the booze, everything, it's $179. Now, what kind of place are you getting for $179? This is my friend Hillary. She was just there a few months ago.
Hello, I just arrived to Crete, Greece. I have to show you my room. It's unbelievable.
She's going to go over here and do the tour of the room. Guess what? She's got a bed, right? Let's get to the main area. Here we go. Guys, oceanfront, $179, all the food, all the drinks, all the booze, everything for less than $200. You can't afford to stay home for less than $200, right? But you can travel the world and see the most amazing places. This is Sicily, Italy. This is the Grand Palladium, all the food, all the drinks, all the booze, everything included. And again, here we are, oceanfront. You don't want oceanfront? Guys, this is Vail, Colorado, one of the nicest ski resorts in the entire world. You can see my wife there in the distance. This is our room. We had a fireplace in here. We didn't even got to the bedroom yet. I took a picture of the back of the door. You guys can see right here, Hyatt, Vail, Colorado. Here's their address. Here's their phone number. Here's the checkout time. And they got the rates published on the back of the door. This room goes for $1,700 per night. We were there for 5 days, breakfast included. The breakfast is $96 a day. And guys, we only paid $399, $499 to be there for 5 days in a 5-star ski resort with a ski lift that goes right up to the mountains. I mean, hey, guys, all over the world. Venice, Italy, $259. You want to go to Dubai, 5-star, 6 days? How about $1 per day? You want to go to Montego Bay? You want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada? We're going to put you up on a 5-star in Las Vegas for 5 days for $19. That's $4 per night. You want to be in Hawaii, right on the beach, $100 a day. You want to go to the famous Knickerbocker Hotel in New York, right in the heart of Manhattan? Guys, we call because we're going to New York City. We're going to be in New York City a week from tonight. I'll be in New York City. I'll be doing the corporate update call from this very hotel a week from tonight. You know what the regular rate is on the hotel? We called them. It's $800 a night. You guys are going to go there for 5 days for the total price of $399 with breakfast included. They're quoting me $800 a night. I mean, so guys, you're going to some of the nicest places in the world for next to nothing. Here's a place in Qatar. This is the Ritz-Carlton. They actually got an award for being one of the nicest hotels in the entire world. This is for you, your spouse, your 2 kids. This is breakfast and dinner included. Guys, I don't know if you've ever been to a Ritz-Carlton, but they ain't serving Fruit Loops there. This is a 5-star, unbelievable breakfast and dinner included. Your total price $349. You want to go to the Maldives and get the private bungalow right above the water. Guys, we have places everywhere. And here's what I was trying to explain to you guys a moment ago. You're paying $135 a month. Well, in 6 months, I paid the company $810, and they gave me 1,600 travel points. Well, what does that mean? So over here on the screen, this is a place in Dubai. This is the Hyatt Galleria, gorgeous hotel. My wife and I stayed there. In fact, Curtis, you and I, we actually had a phone call about you getting started with Chavoram. I was actually up here, guys. This is not a UFO. That's a restaurant that spins 360 degrees, and the place is oceanfront. So one moment you're looking at the ocean, next moment you're looking at downtown Dubai, then the ocean, then downtown Dubai. And I mean, guys, the place is amazing. Well, if you want to go onto Expedia, this trip is going to cost you over $1,000. You can book it on our site, $800. So that's what I'm telling you. I mean, the vacation's less from us without any points. Even before you apply travel points, it's less from us. And it's only $800. We say, well, I paid the company $810, so I'll take my travel points, buy the trip down by $810, the exact same amount of money I paid the company, and I can go there for $7. Now, what did I pay for those travel points? You said, well, I paid $135 a month. Did you? Oh, you're right. I forgot. I saved money on the shopping, the dining, the show tickets, the concert tickets. I got a room for 50% off. I rented a car for $10 a day. I went out to eat with the Six Flags. Okay, I get it. I saved way more money than I even spent, and I got 2 vacations basically for free. Who wouldn't do this? When you understand the math, you'll understand why the company is doubling in size every 8 to 12 months. Now, we have 3 levels of membership. There's our small, our medium, and the one that everyone actually buys. So the small, $52 a month. I get to book it better than travel agent rates. So the shopping, the dining, the show tickets, hotels, all that type of stuff. You're going to save thousands of dollars more than it costs for the membership. For $22 more per month, I'm getting 1 actual vacation per year. And then if I do the platinum, our number 1 seller, it's $135 a month. I'm getting the 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. I'm getting the tier 1 pricing. And oh, by the way, that $135 goes away the moment you tell 3 other people how they can also save big time money on travel, how they can travel the world not only for less, how they can earn free travel. You tell 3 other people, and at that moment, you're no longer paying for the membership because the commissions that you're earning for those 3 people exceeds the amount of the cost of the membership. So you're earning commissions from the company. They take the cost of the membership right out of your commissions. It's not coming off your credit card. You're not even paying for the membership. You say, well, Todd, tell me about the money-making side. Guys, that is a $99 decision. You get the replicated website, the back office, the ID, the tracking, the training, Trevorian University, all those kind of things. And for the $99, not only are you in business where you can make money with us, but because you have a home-based travel business, you guys can get together with your own CPA about this. In fact, I encourage you, I implore you that when this presentation is done tonight, I want you to Google home business tax advantages. I want you to go to ChatGPT and say, hey, what kind of money can I save on taxes with a home-based business? I want you to go to Barnes & Nobles or Amazon and buy best-selling books on the subject. And then I want you to set an appointment with a local tax professional, like my good friend here, Cecilia Kennedy, who's on the line tonight. She's a tax professional, has been forever. And she will tell you in a heartbeat. She's got clients saving $5,000, $7,000, $9,000 a year on taxes, real money back in your pocket. Well, if the membership only costs $135 a month and you're saving $4,000, $7,000, doesn't matter what the number is, you're saving thousands more just in taxes. Your own CPA is going to look at you and say, whose side are you on? And so one more time, guys, this is not about spending money. This is about saving money, making money, and living the life you've always wanted to become accustomed to. Now, you can tap into our compensation program. We use a very simple model called incentivized sharing. We give the customers an unbelievable deal, 50, 60, 70% off. Then we give them the incentive to share their savings online, to share their savings with their friends and family, to share their savings on social media. And from there, you're going to find out that when people travel with us, They don't just brag about where they went, they brag about what they paid, which causes everyone to say, hold on, whoa, 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 whoa. You went where for what price? How did you get that rate? It's this travel thing I joined. What travel thing? How do I join? And your team is now beginning to grow. And as your team grows and expands, that's going to create this incredible residual income, money that comes in every Friday, whether you work or not. Now, who thinks that's a good idea? This guy. His name is Warren Buffett, happens to be the fifth richest man in the entire world. And this is his quote: unless you find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. Now, why would he say that? Because we've reached this inflection point in the United States for how we earn income. The old model that said go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get a job, it's all going to be okay. Guys, it ain't going to be okay. And today, everybody knows that, which is why one of the fastest growing segments of the global economy is the gig economy. People doing Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Instacart. They're doing Airbnbs and Amazon and eBay and TikTok videos, YouTube videos. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff because they can't make a living working a regular full-time job anymore. People are searching for something, and we're showing people how to go build this massive income and the single largest industry in the world, showing people how to do the one thing they've always dreamed of doing their entire life at a price they never knew was even remotely possible. And to give you guys an illustration of how powerful this is, here on the screen, this is Pastor Guy Taylor right here. And he had a lot of health issues, needed a kidney transplant. He was in the ICU, but he got signed up at our company. Went out there and told 3 people, got himself some free vacations. He began traveling and having fun, posting on social media. Friends and family said, man, what are you doing? You're traveling all the time. Yeah, I got this travel thing going. Can we come do it with you? So he told 4 people, put 2 in his left leg, 2 in his right leg. And our kind of a compensation program, guys, you can only build 2 legs. So if you were to sponsor Curtis, who's here on the screen with us, and me, put Curtis in your left leg, me in your right leg, anyone else you bring on from here on out forevermore, got to go down below Curtis or me, one of the 2, you have no choice. You're just building 2 legs straight down. So Pastor Guy told 4 people, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Well, guess what? Those 4 people told a couple of people each how they could save money on travel. Next thing you know, Pastor Guy's earning about $550 per month on average. He had 8 customers in his left leg, 8 customers in his right leg. Well, then those 8 told a couple of people each. Pastor Guy had 25 customers in the left, 25 customers in the right. He was now earning $1,500 to $2,000 per month. Well, unfortunately, this is where Pastor Guy's health issues came back, and Pastor Guy passed away. Now, when Pastor Guy died, that $1,500 to $2,000 a month check, that check did not die. That check remains. That check keeps coming in every single month. The only question is, who's it go to? Does it go to your spouse, your kids, your grandkids, his church? Well, he left it to these 2 little girls. This is Ava, she's 4 years old, and this is Gracie, she's 6. Now, these 2 girls are too young to run a business. So the money goes into a trust account and gets invested on their behalf. Well, okay, so he passed away. They're inheriting the money, and that check comes in every month. Well, guess what? Those 25 customers that Pastor Guy had on the left and the right, they were all traveling. They were all saving money. They were all posting on social media, bragging about where they went. Right? I mean, people were bragging about what they paid. And guess what? Bill said, wait a minute, you went where for what price? How'd you get that rate? It's this travel thing I joined. Next thing you know, those 25 on each side told a couple people each. He had 63 customers on the left, 63 customers on the right, and the check went from $1,500 to $2,000 a month to $3,000 to $4,000 per month. He doubled his income after he died. Then those 63 on each side told 1 customer each. He had 125 on the left, 125 on the right. The check went to $5,000 a month. Then they told 1 person each, and the check went to $9,000 to $12,000 per month. And then they told 1 person each. The check went to $15,000 a month. By the way, he's about to become a 2-star ambassador. So since he died 3 years ago, he's gone from $2,000 per month to over $200,000 a year. And those 2 little girls are inheriting every single bit of that money. By the time they hit age 18, they will be millionairesses, all because their granddad made the decision to tell some people how they could legitimately save some money on travel and how they can make a little money, right? Guys, every single one of you should be doing the exact same thing for your families. And as the team continues to get bigger and bigger, the check continues to go up, all the way up to $3,200 a day, $96,000 per month. Plus, there's all kinds of other perks you guys can tap into. But guys, it's an amazing company. And what I want to do real quick is take this back to Curtis Cross, the gentleman who started this call tonight. And I want you to hear from him because he happens to be not just a great guy, who, by the way, is going to be doing a Zoom Thanksgiving night for every single one of you and your families. You got all them people there eating turkey, hanging out in your house. Hey, why don't we tune into the Zoom? I want you to meet my buddy Curtis. And so Thursday night, just put the Zoom on the big screen, let Curtis do what he does. But Curtis is a bona fide travel expert. He's been involved with the travel industry as a travel agent and other capacities. So Curtis, if you don't mind sharing your story with everybody. And while you do that, I'm going to pull up the back office and we're going to go live and show people some side-by-side actual comparisons.
Absolutely, man. Amazing presentation. Every time I get on these calls, I get fired up. Well, as you heard Mrs. Strand say, I was a travel agent for over 15 years, booking trips. And I was taught that that was the best way to get the deals. They said if you're a travel agent, you get real good travel deals. And that's kind of true. When I saw this program, I didn't want it to be that good, really. This thing just blew my mind when I started seeing that I could take my family to the beach. And we did. We went to the beach for 8 days. We only paid $9. That was a 2-bedroom resort and amazing deals. We went to Orlando, Florida. We had a 3-bedroom, 2 full baths, 2 kitchens was in this property, and we paid $49. So I've checked out a lot of travel companies. This by far beats them all. I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Mr. Strand.
All right, I appreciate that, Curtis. And guys, we're going to go in the back office right now. And again, as I've mentioned to you multiple times, I'm a huge believer in what we call documentation over conversation. So tonight we had a lot of conversation, and we did show you some slides. We showed you the NBC News video clip. We showed you, the screenshots, right? But now we're going to go live. We're going to pull up Expedia. We're going to pull up our site so that you can just see it proof positive, exactly what we're describing. We're bringing a brand new model to the travel industry. Not if, not maybe. This isn't like, well, I hope, or I once heard, guys, not if, not maybe. We're showing people how to save a fortune on travel, showing people how to do the one thing they've always wanted to do their entire life. Now, this is our back office right here. And one of the things that you're going to get the moment you join, which I didn't even talk about tonight, is our trip incentive. So if you guys join the company tonight, you can actually be on your very first vacation 45 days from this very moment, actually on the vacation, and all you do is pay the tax. Okay. If you want to go to the Thailand and you want to be in Thailand for 8 days, it's like $155. You want to go to Cancun, I think it's like $90. You want to go to like Vegas, it's like $50. And so you guys can book any trip incentive you want, and there's no lack of places to go back here. So we click on view locations. Now, guys, these are not in the area of importance. They're in alphabetical order. Okay. So you can see all the A's first, right? So here we go. So Australia, Austria, Argentina, Brazil, Belgium, China. You want to go to Colombia, Canada. You want to go to the Dominican Republic. You want to go to Denmark, Germany, France, Iceland, Hungary, India. Oh, you want to go to Israel, Ireland, Indonesia, again, in alphabetical order, Japan. You want to go to Italy. You want to go to the Maldives, Mexico, Malaysia. Oh, you want to go to New Zealand, the Philippines, Netherlands. You want to go to Puerto Rico. We just keep scrolling down. South America, Sweden, Turkey. And then here's the United States. Now, all of these countries, by the way, have multiple locations within the country. So here's the U.S. I pulled it up because you guys know it the best. Albuquerque, Atlanta, Atlantic City, Boston, Branson. These are in alphabetical order. Cape Cod, Charleston, Chicago, Colorado, Daytona. And I keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. You guys get the idea. There are no lack of places to go. You get this trip completely for free. It's the trip incentive. The moment you join our company, you can actually be on that vacation within 45 days of actually joining our company. You got to book them 30 days in advance, and you got to be here at least 2 weeks before you can book the trip. But anyway, you guys have that trip incentive. I didn't even bring that up tonight. Now, when you get back here to our travel site, you guys can see we have a new travel site and an old travel site. Now, why do we do that? We have 2 different wholesale engines, and both of them can save you an absolute fortune. But they're different engines, different providers, different wholesale feeds. And we actually we butt them up against each other to make them compete with each other, right? We don't want anyone getting casual here. So we give you 2 where these 2 engines are having to compete against each other on a regular basis. Sometimes I find the better deal on the new one. Sometimes I find the better deal on the old one. We don't care which one you book through. Our only job is to get you the best deal humanly possible. Now, if we go to the new travel site, we come here, you can see it looks like every other travel site you've ever been a part of, but maybe a few extra bells and whistles. So for example, you got hotels, okay? You got cruises, ocean cruise, river cruise, sailboats, yachts. We got cars, flights, homes. You can rent homes through us. Weeks. You got the marketplace, which, by the way, this is people that had a timeshare and they come back here and they want to sell you access to their timeshare, but you can get some amazing deals. You got activities, you got lifestyle, airport transfers, all that kind of stuff. Now, just under the weeks, look at this. You got premium weeks, weeks under $4.99, and red weeks. Let me click on weeks under $4.99. Now, these do not require travel points. You guys can book these every day of the week if you wish. There's no limit on how many of these you can book. And if you look back here, right, under the weeks under $4.99, look at this right here. There's 14,000 weeks this very moment at 538 resorts where you can go for 8 days for less than $500. Some of them are $200, some are $300, some are $400, some are $450. But guys, a lot of you might be in a place where you pay more than $2,000 a month in rent or mortgage, and you're like, wait a minute, I could literally live in resorts with Trevorium. I'm in a different resort every week for less money than it costs me to live at home. All right. So that's back here for every one of you, just so you know that. All right. So this is the new travel site. Now, let me hop over to the old travel site. So here is the old travel site right here. Click on that. And again, we just make these sites compete against each other. So, it's a great way of, we call them each other. Hey, the other site beat you on this thing. We're constantly letting them know, hey, the other site had a better deal over here. We're trying to keep these guys on their toes and make sure that you guys are getting the best possible deal. So here's hotels, flights, cars, cruises, activities, entertainment, so many things back here. Let's click on hotels. Okay. Let's come down here and let's assume you said, man, Todd, we're getting ready to move into winter. And when Christmas is done, I'm thinking Cancun, right? I'm up here where it's cold, it's freezing. I want to go down where I got to put on some sunscreen and it's warm. So you say, I want to go to Cancun when Christmas is done. Let's just go to Cancun. Let's see, we go here January 18th through the 23rd. Click on that, and we click on search. Now, what our site's doing right now is it's analyzing 13 different wholesale feeds. And it's saying, hey, based on the city you chose, based on the date you chose, here's who happens to have the very best deals in that particular marketplace at that particular time. It's going to list it from the greatest discount down to the lowest discount. So here we go. It's going to start pulling up all these different places right here. You guys can see here the Intercontinental. This is a 5-star hotel, and it's 61% off. Now, I'm going to open up Expedia, so you're going to see Expedia in 2 seconds. But you'll see here that the site's telling us they're pulling a feed. The other sites are charging $2,222. Our site's charging $870. Okay. Here's another one, 61% off. It's telling us right now that other sites are charging $642. Our site's charging $252. Over here, you see 58% off. Other sites are charging $431. Our site's charging $180. We're just scrolling down and you guys can see the different stuff. Now, by the way, I always use this one as an example because I actually stayed here, but a little bit over a year ago. This Villa del Palmar, it's a beautiful place. All inclusive. I mean, gorgeous, right? Here, we're suggesting that the other sites are charging $2,556. We're charging $1,378. That is 46% off. Just call it half price. Now, let's go find out if that's true. So here's January 18th through the 23rd. You guys can see that right here. So let's go pull up Expedia. Let's give our buddies at Expedia, see what they're doing over there. Put in Expedia. Come over here. Choose our city. Put in, Cancun. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. If you've never run a Zoom, sometimes you have all the Zoom controls that are on the screen. You got to move them out of the way to click on buttons. So sometimes the Zoom stuff gets in the way of what you're trying to push on. So here we go. So here's Cancun. We gotta get our dates right here. So hold on, let's get the date right. So we were there January 18th through the 23rd. So we got the same date. Come back over here. Let's put in Cancun. Go over here and click on search. All right, so Expedia's doing now their search, pulling up their different stuff, pulling up their different places. Now, if you remember where that place, the Villa del Palmar, so come in here and type in search for that place. So here we go, Villa del Palmar. Here's the all-inclusive, so we click on that. Okay, so Expedia is going to pull up their rate. So here we are. And guys, I hope you guys, unbelievable. I hope you guys get to appreciate what these guys do. Okay. So look at this right here. Number one, on our site, we told you that most sites are going to be charging 2,600 something, right? Come back here. Remember, we told you that most sites are, okay, here it is. Most sites are charging 2,556. This is what we told you that most sites are charging. Okay. Right here. We come over here to Expedia. Okay. And they're charging 2,709. So, okay, they're actually charging more than we told you they're going to charge. But look what they do here. They make you believe that the regular price is 5,094. And then they put the line through it to make you believe, oh my gosh, honey, it's half price. Grab the credit card quick before they sell out. I mean, they're literally baiting you into booking a trip, making you think it's really 5,000. But your buddies at Expedia, man, they're looking out for you. Today, it's only 2,700. Oh, wow. Thank you, Expedia. When the actual rate, guys, the real actual rate is over here on Shavorium, and the actual rate is 1,378. I mean, guys, this is how the travel business works. I told you, some of you might be offended by the time I'm all said and done. At some level, that should infuriate you. The fact that they play those kind of games with people's dreams. I mean, travel is not just this thing you want to do. It's the thing that moms and dads dream of doing. Now let's change the city real quick. Let's just go back over here and let's just put in, I happen to live in Las Vegas. So let's type in Las Vegas. Viva. All right, here we go. Las Vegas. We'll keep the date the same. We're not trying to play games with any dates. Just keep the date the same as we check a couple other places here real quick and give you guys a feel for what we're doing. So let's do the same thing over here. Let's change this to Las Vegas. So this is Expedia. So we got Las Vegas over here. We'll click on search for them. Come back over here to us. All right, here we go. So here is us in Las Vegas. All right, so you guys can see we kept the date the same, January 18th through the 23rd. And the first place that pulls up is the Rio Hotel. 85% off. Guys, we don't even tell people we can save you up to 85%. You hear me say all the time, well, we save you up to 70%. You come back and you're like, Todd, you got 75, 78, 79, occasionally 80. I know. We kind of work company. We tend to under promise, over deliver. And if you go check Expedia's site, you're going to see they're charging $557, and you can book the same room through us for $83. Now, here's the Masquerade Tower. It's 60% off. Here's the Best Western Hoover Dam, 54% off. Remember, the discounts go from the greatest discount to the least discount. So we're just scrolling down. Here's the Westgate, 53% off. The Westin, 47% off. Here's this Aliante Casino and Hotel. We get down here. Here's the Waldorf Astoria, 43% off. The JW Marriott, 40% off, right? So let's just check out the Waldorf Astoria real quick. Come over here. Let's put in Waldorf. There we go. Waldorf Astoria. Okay, so here's the Waldorf Astoria. They're claiming that the price is $2,789. And with us, you guys can see here, we told you that most sites are charging $2,400, right? That's what we're telling you. Most sites are charging $2,400. You can see here on Expedia, they're actually charging $2,700. So once again, we actually told you it was less than what it really is, okay? And we're only charging $1,400. So you can pay $1,400 through us, or you can pay $2,789 through them. And I can do this city by city. I go all over the world, Tokyo, Venice, London, Chicago, Barcelona. I'm going to Paris tomorrow. Paris. I mean, where do you want to go? We can do this all day long. Now, I want to move on because there's other parts of our back office that are just incredible I want to show you. So here is our Dreamcation platform, and these are our world tours. You can see the world tours. Yes, Curtis?
Yes, I see world tours.
Okay, perfect. So these are our world tours. So guys, these are when you're accumulating those travel points, right? Every month you're with us, you get to buy down the price by $135 in 6 to 7 months. You got enough money to go on a world tour all over the world for practically nothing. So you come back here, you say, man, where do I want to go? You say, hey, look at this place, Cabo San Lucas. Let's click on that. So we click on the pictures over here. Is this the kind of place we might want to go to? Yeah, hello. Sign me up. I'm in. You had me at hello. I mean, look at that. I mean, guys, wow, look at that. Let's go back up here real quick. I mean, guys, this is where you're going to eat breakfast every day, right there. You're going to eat breakfast every day. Look at the ocean, those mountains that stick out of the water. They're famous in Cabo for those big rocks that stick out of the mountain right there. I mean, look at this place. Unbelievable. So we come over here. Okay, so what's this world tour here? So we see that it's 5 days, 4 nights, okay? Whether you get beach location, daily breakfast buffet at the Alita restaurant. So this includes breakfast every day. That place I showed you a moment ago, you're eating for breakfast for free overlooking the ocean. You're going to be there 5 days at this unbelievable resort. I've actually been to the Corazon, and it's only $399. That is your total price. You get 2 vacations like that every single year. Hey, you say, hey, Todd, I don't want to go to Cabo. All right, let's go look at another place. So we hit the back button here. We go pick out a different vacation. You say, hey, I want to go to Rio de Janeiro. So we click on this right here. I mean, look at this. I've never been to Rio de Janeiro, but I might go now. Look at this. Look at that beach. This is your hotel, guys. This is not the Motel 6, okay? This is not the Best Western. I don't know about where you, when I was growing up, we were looking at a campground, right? I mean, look at that. Unbelievable. Look at that view. Ocean front. There's the beach. Look at all those mountains right there. I mean, that's almost like a greater version than even Cabo. Curtis, I might be on this trip. You can remember the night I booked this trip. Guys,
Yes, sir.
You're at the JW Marriott. You're not at the Marriott. You're at the JW Marriott. If you don't know what that means, it means you're at a 5-star. It doesn't get any nicer than JW, okay? You're there for 5 days. You have rooftop pool and lounge, direct beach access. You got the renowned Marriott service, and you are there for 5 days for a total price of $399. And guys, we have these kinds of trips all over the world. I'm just going to kind of scroll now. I mean, you guys want to go to Bali? You want to go to Boston? Here's Phuket, Thailand, $379. Here's the Philippines, $259. Here's France, $329. You want Curtis, this is over by you. This is the Hilton Head. Look at $129 to go to a 5-star. Look at this, guys. Oh, look at this place. This is an island off of the state of South Carolina. Hilton Head's its own island. It's a 5-star property, unbelievable. And you guys are going to come here, right? You guys can see the pictures here. You got beach access. You're right on the beach. So we scroll down here. 5 days, 4 nights. Oceanfront resort with direct access, okay, to the beach. 5 dining options featuring seasonal menus. They have great restaurants there. I was there just a few months back. And guys, you're going to be here for 5 days in February. Now, it's cold in Wisconsin. It's cold in Minnesota. It's cold in New York and New Jersey. It is warm in South Carolina. And you're going to be down here putting on sunscreen, sitting on the beach for 5 days for $129. Right? Now, these are our world tours, okay? And we have them all over the world, guys. There's no lack of places to go. Here's Dubai, New York, Paris, France. You want to go to Prague? Look at this. Prague, I was just here last year. $99. You've never been to Prague. It's magical. Look at this place. That is an actual bona fide real castle. You get to go through the castle, and it looks today like it looked back then with the king and queen. And I mean, Prague is amazing. See the bridges? You can go on a river cruise and eat dinner. I mean, this is a magical, magical place. And guys, you can come here for $99. Okay. You're connected, by the way, the shopping mall. So your hotel, which is gorgeous. I can't even believe they're calling this a 4-star hotel. I kid you not, Curtis. This place is 5-star. We might be listed 4-star, but I'm telling you, it's 5-star. You're here 7 days, 6 nights. It's a gorgeous hotel, but it's connected to this drop dead gorgeous mall. So the moment you leave, you're like in the hotel lobby, and you can go out the front door this way, or you go through these glass doors the other way, and it goes into the mall. Well, the moment you leave the lobby, the first thing you have, Curtis, which you're going to love, is the food court. Okay? You got every kind of food you can imagine. They got authentic Prague food. They've even got a KFC there, right? I mean, so they got every kind of restaurant you can imagine. And then from there, you go into the mall. It's like a 4-story mall. I mean, the place is gorgeous. You're there for, again, look at this, guys, 6 nights for $99, all right? So, again, the world tours are amazing. One last thing I want to show you guys real quick, and then we'll get you guys out of here. That is our getaways, okay? Here's the getaways. Now, again, we do the same thing with the getaways as we do with the travel site. We have 2 different providers, 2 different wholesale feeds, and we make them compete against each other. So here's Getaways Plus, and here's Getaways. Those are 2 different feeds, and you check both. Always check both. Now, if I click on the Getaways Plus, we come down here, all destinations. So look at this. Is it hard to find a room? In the United States alone right now, there's 44,000 rooms available right this very second. I want to go to Mexico, 2,579 rooms. I want to go to Canada. There's 2,076 rooms available right this second. By the way, That's just through this provider. I'm about to go to the other provider in a moment. Australia, South Pacific, South America, Central America, Asia, Africa, Middle East. Where do you want to go? Now look at the United States, okay? 44,000 rooms. Okay, that's the Getaways Plus. Remember that number, 44,000. We're now going to Getaways. Remember the number 44,000? How about 894,000 rooms plus the 44,000 rooms? We have 900 and what is that going to be? 950,000 rooms available right this very second. Is it hard to get a room? What are you kidding me? So we click on this, and when you click on the down arrow of the United States, it pulls up almost every state you can see. These are all different states where you can go book and stay. Now, when you see these arrows, it means they have multiple places. So Tennessee, do you want to go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee? You want to go to Nashville, Tennessee? Other, Texas, right? Click on that. You're going to be coastal, where there's 5,000 units. Inland, where there's 40,000 units. Virginia, you click on the down arrow. You want to be mountain area. You want to be Virginia Beach. You want to be in Williamsburg. You want to be in Alexandria. You want to be in Washington, D.C., West Virginia. So you can click on the down arrow and you can specifically hone in on where you want to go. Now, earlier, guys, I told you that I would go to Florida. Here's Florida. Okay. Here's Orlando. Look at this. Disney's got their own section. Of course they do. Okay. So they got their own section. 95,000 units available in the Disney area right this moment. So I told you guys, you can pick any dates you want. But so we'll go East Coast, West Coast, Panhandle, other. This is Disney. Okay, so do me a favor. I want you guys in the chat to give me a date. I don't care what date. Give me any date you want between January 1 and December 31. Pick any date you want. And Curtis, I'm not even looking at the chat. You tell me what date you see in there.
Okay, let's see. May 5th.
All right, so let me pick May 5th. All right, here we go. So here we go. We're going to choose Florida, Disney area. Oops, hold on. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Orlando. Okay, now we got the Disney area. And you said May, so we're going to click on May. Here's May. Okay. And let's go take a look. I told you, I don't care what date you pick, there's always going to be at least 65 different resorts to choose from. So I'm either telling you the truth or I'm a liar. Let's find out which it is. Here we go. Okay, I lied. It's 110 resorts to choose from, right? It wasn't 65. It's 110 different resorts to choose from. 11,590 getaways available in the month of May. And here's all the play, guys. You see this? Look at this. $0. $0. You just trade in your points and go. They cost nothing. $0. $0. Scrolling down. $0. Let's go to page 2. What kind of prices we going to see on page 2? We got booted out. We timed out. So we timed out, guys. Give me a second here. I just got to log out, log back in. It means we've been on here long enough that it timed me out. We'll be back in 2 seconds here. All right. You see my screen, Curtis?
Yes, sir. I see it. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we go back here, click on getaways. All destinations, United States. Come back over here, scroll down. Oops, Florida. Down area, Orlando. We said the month of May. May 2020, click on search. There we go. So we were going to page 2. Here we go. Click on page 2. So here's page 2. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting to some places that want to charge you. You guys, but look at this. 7 nights for $79. That's $10 a night. Okay. You want to go to this place here, Silver Lake Resort, 7 nights, $79. You want to go to the Westgate Vacation Villas again. Let's click on this place right here. So here's your Westgate. I mean, look at this place, guys. Look at this room. Scrolling down, you guys can see the pictures. Look at this. You got a spiral staircase in your room. You got the kitchen table. You got the kitchen over there. A swimming pool. You got fountains, right? Kind of place I can hang out for a while. We scroll down here. What kinds available? We got a 1-bedroom with a full kitchen. Sleeps 4 people. So this means that mom and dad can have the bedroom, and then of course the couch in the living room is going to pull out to a bed, so the kids can be on the couch in the living room. You're going to be here May 3rd through May 10th, 7 nights for $79. May 10th through the 17th for $79. May 16th through the 23rd, $79. May 17th to the 24th, $79. May 23rd to the 30th, $79. Maybe you want the 2-bedroom unit because now you got 2 bedrooms, sleeps 8 people. You got the full kitchen, May 3rd through the 10th, $99, right? So I'm going to spend that extra $20 and get 2 bedrooms instead of 1 bedroom, right? May 10th, May 16th, May 17th, 1 bedroom unit, full kitchen down here. May 3rd, May 10th. I mean, guys, this is all the stuff that's available right now. Here, how about the 3-bedroom unit, okay? 3 bedrooms, sleeps 12 people, okay? May 3rd through the 10th, it's only $169 for 3 bedrooms. 2-bedroom full kitchen, May 10th through the 17th, only $99. 1-bedroom partial kitchen, that'd be good. That went away for free. All right, anyway, guys, I think by now I've probably proven the point. There's no lack of places to go. There's no lack of inventory. All over the world, you guys can choose places every year. You're going on 2 vacations. Unbelievable 4- and 5-star vacations. And you are going to save way more money than it costs for the membership. And as you go out and share it with you guys, again, my wife managed a Kohl's department store, did that for 20 years. We got involved to save some money on travel, told some people, and last year the company paid us over $1 million. We're not alone. We now have 2 families in the company making over $1 million a year. In fact, the other couple, Igor and Larissa, they immigrated here from Ukraine. English is their 3rd language. They have a home in Florida. They just had their 7th child, by the way, 7 kids. They homeschool, and they've been here 3 years, only 3 years, and they're over $1 million a year. She had a bakery. He had a construction business. They were living paycheck to paycheck, but they went to work. And they share with people what we're doing. And guys, you're going to find out that people really like what we're doing. So guys, it's been an amazing Zoom tonight. I know we're over at the top of the hour right now. When you get into the live pricing, it takes a little more time to do that. But I appreciate you guys being here, for spending some time. Hey, get back with whoever invited you to be here tonight. Number one, thank them for thinking of you, right? Say, man, thank you for inviting me to that call. And by the way, I hope that every single one of you guys will say yes. You'll say yes to travel. Say yes to freedom. Say yes to a better life. Say yes, and welcome to Chavorium. Appreciate you guys. Have a great evening, and God bless. Good night, everybody.